Hello everybody and welcome to the final ever episode of the Celtic FC25 career mode. Can you believe it? This is it, the series finale. What a journey it has been. Lads, I have loved every single second of this series. The channel has grown so much since that preview episode back in September, and I can't believe we're already here. The final ever episode. This is going to be a long one. I wanted to go out with a bang. I couldn't just have a regular style episode. This is what I like to call a megasode. We have 4 games left in each of the competitions we have taken part in this season. The Scottish Premiership, the Scottish Cup, and of course the Champions League as well. The treble is still on, but it is not anywhere near sealed as of yet. If we go into the league here, you can see with 2 games to go, we are only 2 points clear. In the first stage, we were flying, and then we lost like 4 games in a row, which really opened things up. Rangers, despite being 4 points behind there, as you can see, are only 2 points behind now in the championship stage. And with 2 games to go, and that final game being against Rangers, it really is going to have that cup final feel to it. But of course, we could sim it here as well against Aberdeen. If we win and Rangers lose, then that will be that. Speaking of Aberdeen, we also have them in the Scottish Cup final. That promises to be a big one as well. We thought that last season we played our last ever Scottish Cup final, but that was obviously not the case, because here we are again in the final of that tournament. And also, for the second year in a row, we will be playing in the Champions League final. We're looking to finish the story. Celtic, who are Scotland's first European champions, looking to become Scotland's second European champions. And it's the Gunners, Arsenal, who stand in our way. An all-UK final. England versus Scotland. London versus Glasgow. Arsenal versus Celtic. I am absolutely buzzing for this. Without further ado, lads, let's get into it. The final ever away game we will be playing in this series, away to Aberdeen, where we can potentially seal a league title. Also, for the final time in this series, we are going to play the highlights. I thought that would be an interesting way of making this game just feel that bit more unpredictable. And I can see as well in Aberdeen's squad, they've got a few regen players, so it'll be interesting to see how they fare against us here today. But Aberdeen, if I had to pick like a second Scottish team, because obviously I'm a United fan, obviously Aberdeen would have to be that team due to the links with Sir Alex Ferguson. But obviously today we'll be looking to beat them, and we'll also be looking to beat them in the Scottish Cup final. But we can either seal the league title today, or at least take a huge step towards sealing it. We've made a couple of changes. I've brought in Maida instead of Francisco. I did want to play Maida in one of the last big games that we play. I think I will start him in the Scottish Cup final as well. He's been such a great player in this series, and I think in that final I'll play a few players who probably won't start in the Champions League final. Aberdeen, they're in 4th, a very distant 4th though. Last season and the season before they did okay, but this season they've been a little bit off it. But of course in real life, Aberdeen are doing quite well. But anyways, enough of the pleasantries. Let's go get on with it. Why is Alistair Johnston taking the kickoff? He's a right back. But anyways, that's FC25 for you. But we get the first attack here. God, that pitch is very bright. Here's Timber. Into Gyökeres. That's a really good ball. Oh, look at the pace. Victor Gyökeres. Get in there. 1-0 inside 12 minutes. It's crazy as well. I've just realised this is the first league game I'm actually showing you from this season. And Gyökeres' numbers in the league have not been as impressive as you might think. I wouldn't say he's done bad, but he hasn't exactly broken any records. But still, he gets a goal here in a crucial game for us. I think regardless of whether we win the league or not in this game, I will play the Old Firm Derby because it'll be our last one. But it would be cool if the Scottish title was on the line. That would be kind of poetic. But we get the next attack again. It says a crossing opportunity, but there's nobody in the middle. Oh wait, there is now. Oh, just too heavy a pass though. And the attack ended before it even really began. And Aberdeen now, they have a chance to run through here. Johnston, can he catch up with Dagum here? Here's Duke. Oh, good save by Ederson. Really good save from the Brazilian. They haven't ended the attack yet, though. If that was me, they would have ended the attack straight away. Good save again by Ederson. And we actually get the counter-attack. I'll take that. Call me Gary Barlow, because I'll happily take that. That's a good ball. Gyökeres, oh, lovely turn. Go on, have a go, from distance. Oh, what a goal by Gyökeres! 2-0. Is that one hand on the trophy? Victor Gyökeres gets his and our second with an absolute thunderbolt from outside the box. It came from an Aberdeen attack as well, but they get the penalty. Can't get too carried away yet. It's a spot kick here, just before the half-hour mark. Oh, and he's dinked it. He's dinked it. He sent Ederson the wrong way anyway. And straight after going 2 goals down, they pull one back from the spot, Aberdeen. So this game is far from over. They get the next attack as well. Johnston is the closest defender. I nearly lose my voice. That's surely offside. Yeah, he's well offside. What a waste of an attack. Well, the home fans erupt into celebration, but it's cut short. He was offside, and we're not going to get a chance to do anything after the free kick, but we do get the next attack here. Anthony Gordon on the ball. In for Gyökeres, who's on a hat-trick, of course. There's a bloody fly on my screen. Piss off, you dickhead. We lose the ball. We get the free kick, though. Part of me is tempted to have a go, but that's the devil on my shoulder. The angel is telling me, be safe, whip this ball in. Oh, and I tell you what, she was nearly right. But the keeper gets the crucial hand to the ball, which stops us from going 3-1 up. But Aberdeen get the next attack again. There's a lot of attacks. A lot of highlights, I should say. Oh, he's going to be onside. Oh, thank God he's not. Oh, that was close. And we get a counter-attack here. Only 10 minutes left. I can't imagine there'll be too many more attacks, if any, after this. It's Timber. Over to Gyökeres. Come on, let's get that third goal. That's going to be well offside. He's offside. Great finish, but nowhere near onside. But come on, ref, just blow the whistle. Please tell me that's that. Yes, it is. We do defeat Aberdeen. 2 Victor Gyökeres goals were the difference. We're not celebrating like we've won a league title, though. But we do know that it was within touching distance, our 5th league title in a row. The first part of an historic treble is nearly there. Let's have a look at the league table and see how Rangers got on in their game. Rangers beat Hearts at home, which means that this game here at Celtic Park, the final Old Firm derby that we will be playing ever in this series, is basically a cup final. It's a title decider, Celtic versus Rangers. You could not have wrote this any better. This is absolutely insane. And you can bet your bottom dollar we are going to be playing this game in full. Lads, honestly, I didn't think the Scottish Premiership title race would have been anywhere near as close as what it has been. We were running away with it. We just had a bad run of simmed games. I'll actually show you in the calendar, if you bear with me a second. So if we go into the calendar here, it was after one of the Champions League games. Yeah, you can see there. In March, we didn't win a single game. We go through against Leipzig on aggregate. We lose to, I think that's St Mirren. Yeah, it is. We lose to Dundee United, that is. We lose to Kilmarnock. There's a few crests who I get mixed up with. And then we lost to bloody Hearts. We just went on this really bad run. Another draw there, as you can see. And I think there was another game. No, that was the game in the championship group that we didn't win. So yeah, we were flying in the league, and then all those results have just brought it right back into play. And Rangers are only 2 points behind us here on the final day. But look, it makes things a bit more interesting. In the last ever Scottish Premiership game, it's an Old Firm derby, it's a title decider. Let's go and seal 5 in a row. But here we are for the last time ever at Celtic Park in this series. Our final ever Old Firm derby as well. Oh, lads, I'm getting kind of emotional here. Phil Brooks leading the team out in what's basically a cup final. Although only one team needs to win, a draw will do for us. Rangers do need to win this game. But a point will seal our 5th league title in a row. There's Victor Gyökeres, 18 goals in 33 games. Can he hit the 20 mark in this game? He'll have to score a brace to do it, but if anybody can do it, it's Victor Gyökeres. We are going with basically our strongest 11 that we had available without Inacio. However, Inacio does return from injury in this game on the bench. Now, he still has that little band-aid over his name, which is why I didn't throw him right into the starting 11. I want to save him for the Champions League final, but he's a good option to have off the bench. It's good to know that he will be back for that final. But it is going to be Alistair Johnston and Phil Brooks at the back. Everything else is our strongest available team. It's no offence to Costa there on the bench. Costa's fine. I just found that Johnston and Brooks complement each other a bit better. And now that Inacio's back, it will be Brooks and Inacio going forward after this, and Johnston can return to right back. Listen, Rangers, no offence, but I don't really care what your team is. Here we are, lads, the final ever time at Celtic Park. It's an Old Firm derby. It's a title decider. Let's go out in style. Come on, Celtic. Come on, the boys. Oh, what a start this could be as well. Oh, Gyökeres straight away gets a big chance, but the keeper was able to grab it. You know what, I'll give a little bit of credit where it's due. There's been a few Rangers fans who've tuned into this series regularly enough, and you know what, you haven't been too bad. But no, listen, everyone's welcome here, of course. I try to make sure my series can be enjoyed by most, if not all. As Timber loses the ball there, that's not great. Now, somebody did reach out to me and ask would I ever do a Rangers career mode. I'm going to give you the exact same answer as to the question of would I ever do a Liverpool career mode, and that is absolutely not. There are certain teams I could just never do, and Rangers are one of them. I don't think I could leave my front door if I ever did a Rangers career mode. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was nearly a calamity of an own goal. Carter Vickers knows a thing or two about scoring them at Celtic Park, and we didn't want to repeat that here. Just about got away with it. Fucking hell. Oh, Johnston, what's going on there? I was just praising you before the kickoff, and then you go and do something stupid like that. Can Brooks intercept there? Yes, he can. Oh my god, it's just over the bar. We have gotten away with one there. I don't really think we need the goal line technology for this, but Ederson did manage to keep it out. I'm opening up a can of Monster because I need to open up a can of Whoop-Ass on Rangers. They've threatened us early enough here. But as I said, we're not in a rush. We are not the ones who need the win today. A point will do, but I still want to win. I would still like to get one final victory over the old rival here. Here's Gordon. Have a go, lad. Not a bad effort at all. Out for a corner kick. I wouldn't mind taking the lead just to settle a few nerves. Cockchew will whip this in. Headed away. It's Francisco. Over to Varela. That's not the best ball in. We still have it. Gordon. What can he do? He's done really well there. Gyökeres. Tight angle. Keeper saves it. But we are starting to threaten a bit more now. We are starting to threaten a bit more. Let's whip in this ball again. Headed away. And headed away again. Oh, Christensen gets spun there. Brooks is having to chase down Matondo and does really well. And then gives it right fecking back to him. What are you doing? Johnston makes up for it. Living dangerously there. And I ain't talking ECW. Here's Gordon. Come on. Try and open up a bit of space. That's lovely. Gyökeres is going to be offside. No, he's not. He's onside. It's 1-0. Oh, we do take the lead here. And it's Victor Gyökeres just before the 33rd minute. He puts Celtic 1-0 up. His 19th league goal of the season. I thought for a second he was going to be offside. How has he stayed on? He puts it in with his so-called weaker foot. 19 up in the league for the season. And is that a giant step towards the first part of this potential treble? Gyökeres with the goal. Celtic 1, Rangers 0. The name is being put on the trophy. Get in there. Not a bad time to score either. Is there ever a bad time to score? Well, judging off some of the basketball games we've had recently, maybe. But Rangers are looking to get on the attack here again straight away. But a weak shot there right into the arms of Ederson. We just need to slow it down a bit here. We're not the team in a rush. Rangers are the ones who desperately need to get a goal. They need 2 goals. So why not try and double the advantage before half-time? Here's Gordon. Oh, he's going to be offside that time, surely. No, he's not! He's onside again! Victor Gyökeres! He beats the offside trap twice. He scores his 20th league goal of the season. And we surely now have one hand on the trophy. The huddle breaks out here. One of the last times we'll see that. But what a day to see it as well. Right inside the box, smacks it past the keeper. Just needs to score a header and he'll have the perfect hat-trick here, Victor Gyökeres. But he's got his 20th league goal of the season and we've got a 2-0 lead in the Old Firm. We have just been head and shoulders above the rest when it comes to the actual games themselves that we've played. And that's why, even when I saw the league title race was getting a little bit closer than I would have liked, I had full confidence that on the day we can get the job done. We approach the half-time break here. Only one added minute, that'll surely be it. Yes, it is. And we are 2-0 up, halfway there, lads. Just like Bon Jovi, I would say we're living on a prayer, but really we're not. Rangers are the ones praying for a miracle at the moment. But they need 3 goals because that man Victor Gyökeres has put us 2-0 up. 2 goals in the space of 10 minutes. And that might be bye-bye to Rangers' title hopes. But it's very much a hello to a potential treble. We came so close to it last season. Lost the final of the Champions League in dramatic fashion to Atletico on penalties. That could have been the end. But you guys decided that we'd give it one more go. And here we are. Oh, lovely run by Francisco. Oh, looking for Gyökeres. But couldn't find him. Oh, that's a good ball. It's a really good ball. Oh, Diamande. Oh, he pulls one back. Again, that's just one of those goals that EA makes sure you can do absolutely nothing about it. They half the deficit here. Heisenberg looking very happy there. But he's trying to calm things down. Oh, okay. Okay. And they're going to make a change as well. Matonda coming off. Right. That makes things a little bit more nervy, but still, even if they got another one, it still wouldn't be enough for them. They need to win this game. We're the ones who only need a point. Of course, that's only his 5th bloody goal of the season. Well, at least it's not his first. We've had that happen so many times. We could be on match day 38 playing, I don't know, Man City. Let's just say we're in the Premier League. And Erling Haaland will score against us and it'll be his first bloody goal of the season. Here's Francisco. Been doing bits in the Champions League lately. He's laid it off for Kokchu. We don't get the corner. Devine is able to get rid of it. Timber getting stuck in there. He'll give away the foul. He'll probably get a yellow for that as well. But it slows down the play. Anything to frustrate them a little bit. That does mean Timber might have to come off soon. We do have Scott McTominay and Craig Ward on the bench, so we're not short of options in the midfield. Here's Diamande, the man who got one back for Rangers. They're starting to put men up front here. They're charging towards our goal. I can't get the ball bloody off of them. Good save by Ederson. That was a risky ball back to him, but he clears it. Can Gyökeres win the header? No, he can't. But Francisco will win it back, and then of course they get the luck of the bounce. Oh, fuck off. I don't fucking believe that. Oh, he's offside. He's offside. Thank bloody God. It's a good finish, but unlike Gyökeres, he couldn't beat the offside trap. As the old free agent, who's now become a linesman, raises his flag. Right, I am going to make a change. Timber's going to come off for Scott McTominay. And you know what? Inacio is going to come on and make his return. It's a bit of a risk. Don't know how fit he's going to be. But still, for these final 20 minutes, let's hope he can get the job done. Johnston goes back over to right back. And Brooks goes back to the right side of the defence. And here he is. Good to see him back. Inacio, he was a big miss in those Champions League games. Bloody hell, how we got through some of those games with the amount of injuries and suspensions we had, I will never know. Here's Brooks, the man who wants to lift this trophy yet again. Now Varela. Gyökeres for the hat-trick to seal it. Surely, with 15 minutes to go, Victor Gyökeres, not only will he be bringing home the match ball, surely that's a winner's medal for him as well. His first since joining Celtic, but our 5th overall in the series. The fans go wild yet again. Patient build-up play. Varela picks out a very good pass. Gyökeres from that position, you're never going to see him miss from there. You're just not. Clinical as ever. A hat-trick in the derby. 3-1 to Celtic. Surely 3 points. And a 5th league title on the way. Get in there. Listen, I said it. Credit where it's due. Rangers, you've brought it to the last day. The first time this has ever happened. It's made it a bit more dramatic. It made me a bit more nervous as well coming into this game. Oh, that's a good ball though. Shit, it may still not be over yet. Good save by Ederson. Come on, let's just keep on to this ball now. No need to do anything silly with it. Bit of a heavy pass there, but thankfully Francisco is able to control it. Here's Johnston now. Francisco. Gyökeres, can he get a 4th? Oh, yes, he can. Oh, we're really rubbing salt in the wound now. And that is definitely that. 4-1. With only a few minutes to go, it's Gyökeres yet again. Not the easiest of finishes, but he made it look easy. Rangers hang their heads. It's a great ball in as well. He had to position himself perfectly. Keeper probably should have done a little bit better with that, but who cares? We certainly don't. 4-1 up. And another league title sealed. Let's bring on some players who I feel like deserve to be a part of the celebrations. Let's bring on Maeda. Francisco can come off. Let's bring on... You know what? Let's bring on Ward. He's done really well anytime he's been called upon. We'll swap them around. You know what? It's probably going to be his... Well, it's going to be everyone's final ever league title because we're not doing any more seasons after this. But we'll bring on Robertson because why not? And... Or actually, no. Let's bring on Ida. Yeah, let's bring on Adam Ida. We'll put him on the left. No, we'll put Gyökeres on the left. Ida can go up front because I can't be bothered changing the formation. Adam Ida, he's been such a crucial part of this series, as has Maeda. I wanted to bring them on to experience one last league game. Oh, lads, I can't believe that this is where we're at. I really can't. It's been one hell of a journey. And I've loved every single second of it. But after this, we're still not done. There's still 2 huge games to go. Yet another offside. There's been more offsides in the last 2 episodes than I'd say there was in the previous 40 or so before that. Unbelievable. That was a risky ball. But it doesn't matter. Even if they did pull one back now, Rangers, I don't think any comeback is going to be possible from this stage as we head into added time here. How long is the referee going to add on? Only 2 minutes. Ederson can give it over to Brooks. Brooks, just hold on to it, lad. There's no need to do anything else with it. Now you can belt it away. And that is that. 5 in a row for Celtic. What an achievement. This has definitely been our toughest run-in for the league title, but it makes it all the more worth it. The players can all jump into that huddle now. I'm losing my voice here already, and it's only game 2. Bloody hell. But what a moment this is. I just want to appreciate this, because this will be the last one. It's great to see Not only the players who started and came on in this game, but the substitutes as well, getting involved in the celebrations. Everyone's been such a huge part of this. Even players like Bert, who normally don't play. I do know he played in a few of the sim games. So even our backup keeper has had a role to play in this. But at least this time we actually will get to see somebody lift the trophy, unlike in the Champions League final last season. And in the Scottish Cup final we lifted up the Scottish Premiership. How those glitches are appearing now, I'll never know. But Phil Brooks will lift up one last league title for Celtic. 5 in a row. Absolutely sensational. Man City, take some notes. This is how you defend another league title. You've gotten to 4 in a row. A little bit shady how you did it, but whatever. And we came into the season, had some ups and downs after winning our 4th title last season in a row. And now we've gone and made it 5. Oh, I'm loving this. Celebrating with the fans here in Paradise. I'm so happy they've put this stadium in the game. It was a long time coming. And as soon as they put the stadium in the game, I knew we'd do a Celtic career mode eventually. Wanted to do it last year, didn't get around to it. But I made sure in FC25 that we got around to doing it. And it's been absolutely sensational. Enjoy every second of this, lads. I know Celtic fans are used to this sight in real life. But something that you haven't seen, of course, is that Champions League trophy being lifted by Celtic, unless you're of a certain age. That's obviously the main goal. But before we get there, we do have the Scottish Cup final. So this is the starting 11 I'm going to go with for the Scottish Cup final. Ederson is going to stay between the sticks. I was tempted to put Burton there, but you know what? Ederson's been in brilliant form. I don't want to take him out of the team when he's playing so well. And listen, goalkeepers don't really get tired, so yeah, he'll be fine. Johnston stays at right back, or actually moves back to right back, I should say. Robertson, I have included in the starting 11 at left back. Inacio, I will start purely for his sharpness. I want to get that up before the Champions League final. And Phil Brooks, he can basically play every game, so he will start and of course captain the team. Scott McTominay is in for Varela at the CDM position. We've brought in Ward, who scored the winner in the Scottish Cup final last season. Kokchu will go over to the left-hand side of the midfield. Timber on the bench. I've kept Francisco out on the right. Maida will come in on the left. Ida up front. So Gyökeres and Gordon, Timber and Varela all on the bench. Christensen as well, so a very, very strong bench. But I did want to give some of those players who probably won't start in the Champions League final an opportunity to start in this final. So let's go seal yet another double and hopefully the second part of a treble. For the second year in a row, it is Celtic versus Aberdeen in the Scottish Cup final. It was a 1-0 win last season, courtesy of a Craig Ward goal. Who will be the hero this time round? Let's hope that it's a similar performance and result to last season, with 1 or 2 more goals. Oh, they've done it again. It's the wrong bloody trophy yet again. Oh, lads, I don't know what to say anymore. It's actually ridiculous that they allow glitches like this to happen in the first place is bad enough. But how many months into the game are we now? What, 3 or 4? And this is still happening. And this wasn't here from the beginning. When we did the first few seasons, we never had a glitch or an issue with lifting trophies. But now here we are in the final season. We're not going to get to lift the actual Scottish Cup itself. We're going to be lifting the Scottish Premiership again. Oh, whatever. But anyways, let's just move on from it. Aberdeen going with a very similar team to what they went with in the league. You've already seen our team. Let's just get into it and seal another Scottish Premiership Cup, I suppose is what we can call it now. But anyways, regardless of the trophy we'll be lifting, I still want to win it. But Aberdeen gave us a tough test last season, and I'm sure this season will be no different. And they're going to be the ones to get the first attack here, and that's why I kept Ederson in goal. I love Bert. He's been a very handy backup to have. But when you've got somebody with that quality like Ederson, who knows how to win cup finals, you have to pick him. And thankfully that header goes wide. If you are enjoying these longer videos as well, please do hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. I wanted to make sure that we had at least one episode like this. Sometimes I love just putting on a nice long kind of rebuild style episode of career mode. And even though this is not a rebuild style, this is obviously just the final episode. I've always kind of wanted to do a video like this. So let's hope it's a successful one. It's gotten off to a great start. Cockchu looking for Ida. Adam Ida, who's won a few Scottish Cup finals in this series. Here's Ward, who won last season's Cup final. He's going to have a go here. It's blocked. Back out to Scott McTominay. Ward's going to have a go. Oh my goodness me! Craig Ward, for the second year in a row, has scored in the Scottish Cup final. But this one is absolutely stunning in comparison to last season's one. In season 4 it was basically a tap-in. This one is an absolute rocket. From long range, 24 yards out. Oh my goodness me, what a strike that is. The keeper got absolutely nowhere near it. Despite the fact Craig Ward has such a weird looking face, how have they still not fixed some of the faces for the regen players? It's his first Scottish Cup goal of the season. He gets it in the final, only his second appearance as well. And Celtic are the ones who strike first here. Get in there. Perfect start. Johnston unable to get there though. Brooks does well to intercept that. Here's Scott McTominay. Over to Ward, who, despite the fact that the Ireland kind of part of this career mode didn't go as well as I would have hoped. Obviously we did scout an awful lot in Ireland for that reason. It was for the international side of this career mode. But even though that part of it didn't really work out, I'm really glad that we discovered somebody like Craig Ward. He's technically been here since the first episode. He was part of the first scouting report we ever had. And here he is playing in the Scottish Cup final for us. You love to see it. He's on the ball here after 25 minutes, after giving us the lead as well. Here's Scott McTominay. Great to have players from Ireland and Scotland in the starting 11 here. And I hope I can bring them on in the Champions League final as well. But I'm not going to bring players on just for the sake of bringing them on. I'll only bring them on if it's necessary. And if it's the right thing to do. McTominay gets absolutely bodied there. Bloody hell. Is Duke now. Oh, it's a good ball over the top, is it? Is he onside? Oh, he is. And Brooks can't get there. And Aberdeen have equalised. They've done something in this final that they couldn't do in last season's one. And that's find the back of the net. And it's all square here after half an hour. Did really well to keep onside. He was able to push Brooks away from him cleanly, said the referee. And he smacks it past Ederson. Aberdeen 1, Celtic 1. Well, that was not in the script. But listen, we knew Aberdeen are a good team. And they can create chances. I can't bloody speak. I've done so much recording over the last few days that I actually feel like I'm losing the grasp of how to speak English. Francisco going on a good run here. He's going to have a go as well. Oh, and it was parried out, but Ida didn't have the pace to get there. McGarry kept him at bay. You could call him the Bay Harbour Butcher in one way. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to get as many Dexter references in as I can. Can you tell I'm excited for Original Sin airing in a few weeks? Maida, not the best strike. Very close to the halftime break here. Sorry if you could hear me bloody smooching a can of Monster there. I need to keep my energy levels up. Here's Duke. Let's try not fall behind here. Inacio. Robertson. Oh, really good interception by Andy Robertson there. Scott McTominay over to Ward. And now Johnston, only one added minute. Can we create one last chance here? Maida. Ah, too heavy a touch. And that will be the halftime break, I think. Yes, it is. It's 1-1. Craig Ward has scored for us yet again in the Scottish Cup final. What a goal it was as well. And then Aberdeen did get the equaliser 15 minutes later. All level going into the halftime break. Don't feel like I need to change anything just yet though. We've got a few players that we can bring off the bench if we really need to. But I don't think we're playing too badly. I'm happy to keep it as it is at the moment. But we know we have those options to bring on if we need them. Here's Ward straight away. Maida. Oh, that would have been a lovely goal. He took it first time. Keeper was able to get there, though. But we get the corner kick, which Kokchu will whip in. Cleared away. Is Maida. And now Ward. Here's Inacio. Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay has a go. And that's going to go up for a corner kick. What can Kokchu do this time? Delivers it in. Still nobody able to win it. Brooks does well to try and put it back in the box, but it's come out again. Inacio, have a go, lad. Why not? You ain't no Craig Ward. That was never going to go in. Keeper able to catch that. As easy as anything. And Aberdeen have the ball here now with McGarry. Over to McGrath. No, it's Dagham actually. Or Dahim. However you say that name. Again, it's not switching to the player that I wanted to switch to, but it's a good block. Again by Inacio, who I wasn't actually sure if I was going to play in this final or not. But as I say, his sharpness was a little bit low, so I wanted to bring that up before the Champions League final. I know I can change his training drill as well, but still. I did want to include him in the team. Ward. Oh, unlucky. Couldn't get through the crowd of defenders there. Robertson does really well to intercept. Here's Dazen Maida. Oh, lovely. Ward again. Oh, I was going to say he loves a goal in the Scottish Cup final, and he nearly got another one there. Good save by the keeper. They're making a change. I'm still holding off on making any changes. It's a decent ball in, and you know what? Now I think I will make a change. Right, I'm going to put Maida over on the right, and I'm going to bring on Gordon. Francisco's been fine, but just feel like Gordon will get a bit more involved. Inacio is a little bit tired, but I'm not going to take him off just yet. Same with Ward. I think I'll actually leave everything else as it is for the moment. But I just think a bit of an injection of pace down that left-hand side might serve us well here. Francisco now, at least we know he'll be fine for the Champions League final. That's the other thing as well I need to think about with this game. Hopefully nobody gets injured. That would be a disaster if anybody was to pick up a knock. Oh, he's going to be offside there, Adamida. I have thought about bringing on Gyökeres there, but Ida has come up clutch so many times in this competition. That's going to be offside as well. Fucking hell, it's a game of offsides at the moment. It really is. But the more the clock runs down, the more I start to think about, yeah, I probably should bring on Gyökeres. And I think I will do the next time the ball goes out of play. Unless we can create something here that leads to a goal. Here's Ward. Have another goal, lad. That's going to go out for a corner kick. Right, we're going to do it. Sorry, Ida. It's just not been your day today. Most of his great performances recently have come off the bench, to be fair. It is Gyökeres time. Well, we're spoilt with choice, really, when we can bring a player like Victor Gyökeres off the bench. It's a great time to bring him on in a cup final as well. And let's hope he can make the difference here. But it's another corner kick. Oh, Johnston got a bit of space, but heads it wide. Oh, 15 minutes to go. That would have been the perfect time to regain our lead. Ward wins that. Oh, Maida can't get there. I could still break out the emergency glass and go 4-4-2, but I don't think there's a need for that yet. God knows we've had to do that a few times recently, especially in the Champions League. Aberdeen seeing a lot of the ball here, though. Getting a bit comfortable on it as well. I don't like to see that. So before I can even make the tackle, they've already laid off the pass. Jesus Christ, are we playing Aberdeen or 2009 Barcelona here? Fucking hell. Oh, I did not mean to put the ball there. Ederson will clear it. It's not a great clearance either, though. It was on his weaker right foot. 5 minutes left. Oh, Robertson has just been taken out by his own bloody man. Thankfully Brooks is there, but he goes, you know what, let me give it right back to him. And Aberdeen may have just won the Scottish Cup final. Oh, what a stupid fucking mistake to make. And the treble is now looking like it will not be possible. How the fuck have they gotten a chance off there? Oh my god. Oh, and we just give the ball away straight away. Well, keep in mind, we've won every Scottish Cup final in this series. And here we are in our final ever one, and it looks like it's going to be defeat. Oh, it was Gordon I wanted to go to there, but it's picked Gyökeres. Here is Gordon. This could be the last chance for us. Yeah, lads, it looks like it's going to be our first ever defeat in a Scottish Cup final. Yes, it is. Aberdeen have defeated Celtic in the Scottish Cup final. That is absolutely heartbreaking. We win a 5th league title in a row, but we can't win a 5th Scottish Cup. And for the first time ever, we are not winning the domestic double. Wouldn't you just know it in the last episode as well? Ah, that is absolutely just devastating. And we only have ourselves to blame. It was a stupid mistake to make at the back. What else can be said? What else can be said? Congratulations to Aberdeen. Fair play to them. Look, I did say that if I had to pick a second Scottish team, it would be them. Even though, as you can see here, they're not even lifting the Scottish Cup. So technically we haven't actually lost the Scottish Cup. Because look, it's not even the right trophy. It's not the right bloody trophy. So technically it doesn't count. I'm obviously joking. Let's give them their moment here. Let's just pretend that's the Scottish Cup. Oh, fair play to them. They were a good bit behind us in the league, but they've bettered us in the Cup. And unfortunately, even though the Champions League is still there to be won, the treble is the one thing that will elude us in this series. Something I did forget to do after that last game against Rangers was confirm the final league table. 5 points clear of Rangers, 93 points at the top of the table. Didn't lose a single game in the championship group. We made it a bit more difficult for ourselves than what it needed to be, but we got there in the end. The same, unfortunately, can't be said about the Scottish Cup. That's so disappointing. I can't believe of all finals to lose, it had to be our final ever one. But look, it is what it is. That is domestic football finished for this series. And now we have to turn our attention and our focus onto the Champions League final. So, before we get into the Champions League final, I did just want to have a look at how Arsenal got on in their domestic campaign. They did win the Premier League. God, I bet Arsenal fans watching this, we're wishing this was real life right now. Now, it wasn't a very high scoring league, only 71 points, but City and Chelsea both finishing a point behind them in 2nd and 3rd place respectively. Palace finishing in the top 4, just like they did in the final season of Turl United. Speaking of United, we finish 8th. Let's just say that in my United career mode, I'm aiming for a bit higher than that. Just out of curiosity, actually, who got relegated? Fulham, Everton and Southampton. Okay, nobody overly shocking there when it comes to FC, at least. But anyways, Arsenal are the Premier League champions. We are the Scottish Premiership champions. So it is a battle of the 2 league winners in the UK. Or 2 of the league title winners in the UK, I should say. Let's have a look at Arsenal's team, though. Who do they have at the moment? They've got Restes in goal, or Reste, however you say it. The young French keeper who's one of the most high potential goalkeepers in the game. So he should be a difficult man to get past. Saka is still there. They've got Pedri. They've got Shermiti up front. Interesting. Nelson out wide. Zinchenko at left back. I tell you what, I don't want to speak too soon, but I was expecting a little bit of a better team in certain areas. This team looks quite beatable. Although I say that, they've not lost in their last 5 games. But there's a few decent players in there. But I'm not overly worried. I'm trying to use the right words. I don't want to jinx it. They've got a couple of regens there on the bench. Gillespie and Shevchuk. They've got Liberella, who is a faceless player. I don't know if he's just one of the low-rated players from the beginning or what. Vieira, Providel, Malero, Nuno Tavares is there. Yeah, it's an interesting team. That's all I'm going to say. It's an interesting team that we'll be coming up against. But here it is, lads, the final ever game of this Celtic career mode. You can get fucked if you think I'm wearing the away kit, as lovely as it is. We are wearing those green and white hoops for the last game. Arsenal, you can wear your Lynx Africa kit there. Why not? Oh, God. What a journey it's been, lads. What a journey it's been. We've been here before, though, in the Champions League final. It did not go in our favour. I half thought about changing the half length to 5 minutes, but you know what? We did that last season, and I feel like it just added to the stress. So I'm actually going to keep it at the 4 minutes this time round. But we are at the Arena auf Schalke, a place where we have won 2 Champions Leagues on this channel before with Turl United and Clon United. Let's hope we can add Celtic to that list as well. Full strength team. Let's get into it. Oh my God. The pressure is like nothing I've ever felt before. I was a bit more relaxed coming into last season's Champions League final, and that was because it was the first one. I felt like we were able to enjoy it a bit more, despite the fact that it didn't go our way in the end against Atletico. But this time round, after losing not just that final, but losing the Scottish Cup final as well, it just feels like there's a lot more riding on this. There's Ian Wright there. Big tifo laid out for him from Arsenal fans. But it is London against Glasgow. And unfortunately, they have not fixed the glitch in the Champions League final where that stupid generic-looking trophy replaces the European Cup. I mean, do you know what's so frustrating about that? That's bad enough of a glitch to appear in the game when it gets released. But that glitch was not in the game when the game came out. That's something that happened, I think, in the last few weeks, was when I started to notice that glitch. I saw it on some other YouTubers' series. Obviously, we saw it last year when we played Atletico. Like, how does that happen? How do you add a glitch into the game? And not just a small glitch that you can ignore. Quite a big one, especially for career mode players. And I tested something out. In the normal exhibition mode, if you play the Champions League final, it doesn't happen. The Champions League trophy's there. But for some reason in career mode, nah. Here's this generic looking trophy that you won't even get to lift in the end. You'll lift up the John Cena Cup. It's just invisible. But anyways, whatever. We can't let that distract us. Have they made too many changes from the probable lineup? I don't think they have. Why does the formation go so weird? That's another glitch. How many times are we going to have to put up with this? How many glitches are they going to put into the game after its final release? It's so stupid. I need to stop getting carried away about it though. I'm getting all wound up and the game hasn't even kicked off yet. But the Lynx Africa 11 take their squad picture. I'll stop making that joke now. But here come the boys. For the final time ever taking their squad picture. Can they write themselves into Celtic folklore and cement their place in the history of the game? We already know what our starting 11 is. It's London versus Glasgow. It's Arsenal versus Celtic. It's the Champions League final. And it's the final ever game that we will play in this series. Let's go out with a bang. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. I am so bloody nervous, lads. Listen, regardless of the result, we can be proud of how far we've come. To get to back-to-back Champions League finals for Celtic is incredible. But I'll always look back on this series with disappointment if we don't get the job done. Oh my God, Varela, what are you doing? What are you doing? What a stupid place to give away the ball. Here's Nelson now. And Arsenal are in our box here. Is it going to be the first chance of the game? They cut it back. It's Saka. Oh, Inacio does really well to win that back. Heart was in my mouth there for a second. I thought he was going to give away the foul. But thankfully, he won the ball and we now have possession of it again. Here's Varela. Oh my God, another bad pass. He's letting the pressure of the occasion get to him. Oh, what a bad time for me to get an itchy eye. That's annoying. Saka. He's done Christensen there. That's offside. There we go. There's been a lot of offsides in Season 5, but that's one of the few times I'll be glad to see the flag go up. Because to be fair, I find that we get found offside a lot more than the opposition do. Here's Timber. Of course, his brother plays for Arsenal in real life. Don't think he's in their squad here, so he must have moved on. Here's Cockchew. Couldn't get the shot off, had to play it back. Oh, he's being pushed too far back here, though. He'll go out to Francisco. Go on, have a go. Why not? Poor lad thought he was playing rugby. Over the bar. We're already in the 22nd minute. As I say, I kind of hummed and hawed about upping the match length to 5 minutes like we did last year, but I think 4 minutes probably suits us. Let's stick to what we know. Francisco again. It's not where I wanted the ball to go, but it's worked out anyway. It's Anthony Gordon, and it's the Englishman who gives Celtic the lead against Arsenal in the Champions League final. 26 minutes in, and it's Anthony Gordon, our summer signing, who has broken the deadlock here and has put us in front against the Gunners. Lovely, patient build-up play. It's a good finish as well from the man we signed from Newcastle. And we have the lead in the Champions League final. But again, we cannot get too carried away. We've been in this position so many times. We were in this position in the Scottish Cup final, and that didn't end too well for us. But it's his 8th Champions League goal in his 15th appearance. And we are the team who take the lead and draw first blood. Get in there. But again, I need to stay calm. How many times have I said that before, and then complete and utter chaos takes place just moments later. Alistair Johnston doing really well to track back there. Gives it to Phil Brooks, the two North Americans linking up. Now here's Inacio. Into Varela. Inacio, he looks like he's going to go on a run here. The man we signed from Villa. Now Timber. Gordon, I think he might be offside. Oh, he's not. Oh, that's the only reason I took the shot. I thought he was going to be offside. But the flag stayed down. He probably would have lost it anyway. There was a big sea of players there. Gyökeres! Oh, beats the post. Oh, the first big chance. Oh God, I nearly knocked over my table. The first big chance for the Swede. Oh, it's agonisingly close as well. But it's out for a goal kick. And Arsenal have the ball here in the midfield. Saka. Oh, here's Malero. That's a good ball. Good block. Here's Wharton. Oh, brilliant tackle. Excellent tackle. Edison now. Over to Brooks. Varela. Does really well there. Is Cockchew. What can he do? He's going to have a go. That was a stupid shot. That was a stupid shot. You can't be doing stuff like that in a Champions League final. Especially when it's still 1-0. And it's all to play for. 1 added minute. Oh, I thought that was going to be a straight red there. I thought that was going to be a straight red. We've gotten away with it for now. That will be the halftime whistle. I think that was Phil Brooks as well. I'm not sure if he'll get a yellow card for that, but we are the team who lead here at half-time. It was Anthony Gordon with the goal to give us the lead. Oh, I'm trying to breathe as much as I can. Honestly, lads, I don't think I've ever felt pressure like this in any game I've played on the channel before. Honestly. This is pressure like I've never felt before. Did Brooks get a yellow card? Yes, he did. So he is going to be towing a very, very dangerous rope in the second half. I'm not going to make any changes though. Not yet. And if we do win, I want Brooks to be on the pitch to lift the invisible trophy. Oh, but Arsenal come out here very lively in the second half. But the shot goes wide of the post. A second goal, you feel, would really calm all the nerves, though. And here's Gordon, the man who got the first goal. Good tackle by Saliba. Bukayo Saka. There's Molina. And Saka again. Into Pedri. Just impossible to get the ball off them at the moment. I know I'm going a bit quiet. I'm just trying to stay as focused as I can. Brooks with a brilliant interception there. Ederson will pick it up. Let's kill a bit of time here. Run down the clock. There's no need to rush it. Here's Brooks again. Come on. Let's get this second goal. Kokchu, great run. It's a brilliant run. Gyökeres! Oh! Just couldn't make a connection with the ball before Restes picked it up. He's probably going to be offside there as well. It's asking me to take Phil Brooks off. That's a definite no. They're bringing on Shermiti for Elenkana, however the hell you say that name. So they are the first team to bring a substitute on in this final. I think we're okay for now. I don't think we need to change anything just yet. But the longer this game goes on, I should say, if it can stay like this, we probably will need to make a change at some stage. Saka round the back. Oh, he still has it. Saka, good save by Ederson. Get rid of that, Johnston. Oh my god, the sweat is pouring down my face, lads. They still have it here, Arsenal. Good tackle by Brooks. Well, that yellow card has not made him any less willing to get stuck in. Gordon. Gyökeres, come on lad. Victor Gyökeres has probably just sealed it for Celtic. He's put us 2-0 up here with just over 15 minutes to go in the Champions League final. It's been one of his quieter performances, but we don't care. He stepped up when it mattered most. Oh my goodness me. It was Stevie Chalmers in 1967. Is it going to be Victor Gyökeres here in 2029? What a finish that was. Past the goalkeeper, and Celtic have doubled their advantage here in the final. It's Gyökeres. Who else would it be? The main man in the Champions League this season. He'd already broken the record for all-time top goal scorer in a single season. 21 goals in 14 appearances. That is absolutely staggering. Arsenal get the corner. I think now we can make some changes. Timber can come off for Scott McTominay. I'm going to bring on Maeda for Gordon. Just a little bit better on the ball. And you know what? Let's get another Scotsman on the pitch. Robertson can come on for Christensen. Why not? He was looking a little bit knackered, so we may as well freshen things up there. Oh my god, lads. I can't believe this. If we can get this win here, it'll make everything worth it. But there's still 13 minutes left to be played. Anything can happen here. Never a dull moment is the slogan of this channel. So it ain't over till it's over. We've learned that the hard way so many times. Here is Robertson. And now Maeda. Oh, can we get one more to completely seal it? Kokchu unable to get through there. Here is Bukayo Saka. Oh, it's within touching distance, lads. It really is. Good interception there. Come on. Oh, here's Johnston. Oh, good tackle. We just need to stay composed now. Oh, here's Shermiti though. But they do pull one back here. It'll be a grandstand finish. Oh, but Inacio. That's brilliant defending. He was such a big loss when he got injured. He really was. He's been absolutely fantastic today. Here's Maeda into Gyökeres. Maeda Oh, what a moment that would have been for him. A goal in a Champions League final. A winning Champions League final as well. It would have been special. Oh, but Arsenal, they could make it the same scoreline as 1967 here. But Brooks intercepts it. Ederson clears it. That should be that. Come on, ref, blow it up. Please blow it up. Blow the whistle. Yes, he finally has done it. And we have finally done it. Celtic are the champions of Europe yet again. 62 years after the Lisbon Lions, Turles Titans repeat the feat. The first time we've done it in the Champions League era. We've beaten an English team in the final. Arsenal's search for a first European Cup still continues. But Celtic's search for a second European Cup has finally been found. Oh my God. What a journey it has been to get here. They say it's about the journey, not the destination. But this is always where we wanted to be. It's such a shame that we're not going to actually be able to lift the trophy. This is so bloody stupid. We've spent all this time, put in all this hard work to lift a trophy that, for some reason, is invisible. But Phil Brooks is lifting up the Champions League trophy for Celtic in spirit, if not physically. But for the first time in 62 years, Celtic do have a European trophy. Oh, you know what? Let's just pretend the trophy's there. I can't let this ruin the moment for me. Oh, I've never felt pressure like that in a game on here before, lads. Honestly, I didn't feel that much pressure with Turley United in that Champions League final, and I knew that was the last game of that series. Same with Cloyne United. But with Celtic, there was just this added pressure after losing the final the year before. I couldn't let it happen again. Bloody hell, what's going on with Phil Brooks' shoulders there? Oh, there's never a dull moment with FC25, never mind this channel. But there we go, let's lift it one more time. The Celtic fans are enjoying this moment. This stadium has become a fortress for us in the Champions League final. There we go, we get the replacement trophy there. Looks like a trophy you give an under-10s team after coming third or something. But Celtic are the Champions League winners, European champions for a second time. Here we actually will get to see the trophy. There it is on the bus, alongside the Scottish Premiership. It may not be a treble, but it is still an historic season. Glasgow streets, full of green and white. We've made a team that you can be proud of. Jock Stein is looking down proud as well. Oh, what a moment this is. Enjoy it, lads. This is for you. This is for every single Celtic fan who's tuned into this series. Oh, it's all been worth it in the end. What a series. Oh, and here it is, lads. The final stretch. This is the end of what's been a sensational career mode, but there's a few things I just wanted to go through before we officially say goodbye. Let's have a look at some of the individual stats of the players before we wrap things up. Ederson with the most appearances, 55 appearances, basically played every game apart from one league game, so he was ever present in between the sticks and made some big saves throughout the series. Johnston, Brooks, Kokchu, Gyökeres, all playing 50 or more games as well. You love to see that. The top scorer, who else would it be other than Victor Gyökeres? 44 goals and 12 assists in 50 games. What a player he is. Obviously a very popular player to use in career mode this year. This is my first time ever using him. And to use him at Celtic, obviously being Swedish and that Henrik Larsson link, there was no other career mode I wanted to use Victor Gyökeres in other than Celtic, and it's proven to be a very good decision. He was unbelievably clutch in that Champions League campaign, broke the record for most goals scored in the Champions League in a single season, 21 goals in 14 appearances. What a legend. Speaking of summer signings, Anthony Gordon, he opened up the scoring in the Champions League final, 27 goals and 15 assists for him in the campaign. You love to see that. My first time ever using him in a career mode as well, and he was absolutely fantastic. Cannot recommend him enough. Can you tell I'm starting to lose my voice? Oh my God, this is worrying. But anyways, Kokchu. as much as I may mispronounce this man's name, and I've never bothered how to learn how to say it properly, and as funny as the pronunciation might be, there ain't nothing funny about those stats. 18 goals and 32 assists from the midfield. Mr. Consistent. You love to see it. Arguably my favourite signing other than these two. Francisco Conceição, not too bad. 13 goals and 6 assists. There was something about players playing off the right-hand side in this career mode. Their stats just weren't as good as players off the left. Whether it was Kuhn, Palma, Yang, Furuhashi played there the odd time, or Francisco, they just couldn't quite reach the heights that the likes of Gordon and Maeda would reach. But still, not too shabby, scoring 13 goals, 4 of them coming in the Champions League, and they were some big goals as well. So very, very grateful for Francisco for those moments alone. Phil Brooks, 10 goals he scored this season. I didn't score one of them. They were all in sim games. My highest rated centre-back, my highest rated player, scores 10 goals and I don't have a single role to play in any of them. That's just hilarious. But Mr. Consistent at the back as well, the captain of this team. He ain't no punk, he's a leader. 5 league titles that he he lifted 4 of them, didn't he? He wasn't the captain in the first season, but he was the captain, I think, from season 2 onwards. And most importantly, he was the man to lift the Champions League trophy. He signed a lifetime deal with us, and it proved to be a great decision, as he was the man to lift Europe's biggest crown at the end of this series. Maeda, 8 goals and 4 assists. Didn't play as much this season as he had in previous seasons, but he still chipped in with a few goals and assists as well. Ward, he was brilliant off the bench. Timber did okay, not as good as his first spell, but still, he was alright. Varela with the few there. Ida, again, his numbers dried up a bit, but that goal against Leipzig, that was worth its weight in gold, so he still contributed to our success despite only playing 16 games. Johnston, I tell you what, he was probably the most surprising player for me in this career mode. Honestly, he was unbelievably good. He really, really was. I thought, especially in the last 2 seasons, he came on so much. Obviously, he's Canadian, so let's just say we might be using him in a career mode again later on in FC25. But I fell in love with him as a footballer. I'm not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You know, live your life the way you want to live it. I'm going to move on now before I get cancelled before the end of this series. But really, really liked him. And I tell you what, if Phil Brooks was the captain, he was the vice captain, and I very nearly did make him the captain as well. But again, very much enjoyed using him anytime he was on the pitch. McTominay, Mr. Versatile, he was fantastic as well. Only scored 2 goals this season, but always felt great anytime we had him on the pitch. Glad to use him again after leaving United, obviously who I do support in real life, so it was nice to use Scott McTominay again. And then the stats kind of get spread out from there. So I did see a comment as well, recently enough, saying that we should check out the overall stats of the career mode. So let's go and do that. So obviously we stayed at the same club throughout this series. We were Celtic through and through. 5 league titles in 5 seasons. That is absolutely brilliant. And yeah, we were never letting go of that league title. We made absolute sure that that was basically a formality towards the end, apart from the last season where we said, you know what, let's make it a bit more interesting. Let's have a go to the last day and just build up that drama. At least that's what I'm going to tell myself. 4 domestic cups out of 5. We got to the Scottish Cup final every season, but unfortunately in the final season we did lose to Aberdeen. But oh well, listen, you can't win them all. And then, most importantly, 1 Continental Cup, which was that Champions League win over Arsenal. Absolutely lovely stuff. Oh, that's a moment that's going to live with me forever. Honestly, I think this is the most, what's the word? This is the most jubilated I've felt. This is the most relieved I've felt, I think, after a cup final on this channel, especially after losing the final the year before. I felt like there was so much riding on that Arsenal game, but we got there in the end. And yeah, I'm feeling very fulfilled right now is the word I was looking for. Our biggest win, 6-0 against Aberdeen in November of 2024. Our biggest defeat came 12 months later, 5-0 against Porto. But at least, you know, the European results got a bit better after that. Our record transfer fee, 85 million. I believe that was for Victor Gyökeres. And our total earnings were 6.1 million. God, I wish that was my real life bank account. The overall record, we played 276 games, won 214, drew 26, lost 36, scored 763 and conceded 364. So whether we were scoring them or whether we were conceding them, there was no shortage of goals. Never a dull moment. And lads, here we are. This is the end. I wanted to leave the menu on this screen right here as I say my final goodbyes, because I know this video has been long enough. Excuse me. But I couldn't end it without saying a few words before we wrap things up. The support on this series, lads, has been nothing short of spectacular. Every time I've gone into the YouTube Studio app, the subscriber number has gone up. If you had told me before we started this series that 3 of the videos would have over 1,000 views, one of them having 4,000 views, never in a million years would I have believed that. And that's thanks to all of you. To see people getting so heavily invested in this series and getting that connection with the club and, you know, leaving comments and giving feedback on things they'd like to see and even correcting me a few times on things I wasn't aware of, whether it was with Celtic or the Scottish League. Honestly, this wasn't just my career mode. This was our career mode. I'm still just mind blown at how much the channel has grown since we started this. And as I said, that's thanks to each and every one of you. I cannot thank you all enough. I mean, every video of this series, up to this point at least, has 100 views or more. That mightn't sound like an awful lot to some people, but to me, that's like getting 1 million views on every episode. Genuinely, that's how much it means to me. So getting 4,000 views almost feels like getting 100 million. Genuinely, it's mind-blowing to me. I can't thank you all enough. Obviously, as an Irishman and an Irish football fan, I've always had a bit of a connection with Celtic, but this career mode has grown that connection, and honestly, I've just been so unbelievably blessed to have spoken to people who support this team week in, week out. I've been following Celtic's results probably more than I've ever done before, and as sad as I am that the series has come to an end, I'm so proud of everything we've been able to achieve together. I can guarantee you this, lads. This won't be the last time we do a career mode with Celtic. I already have an idea for another career mode to do with Celtic. And let's just say there's another league not too far away from Celtic that I think they might want to have a go at winning. So watch the space when it comes to that. When that will happen, I don't know. It might even be a few years down the line, but 100% we will do Celtic again. I'm very much looking forward to it. Lads, I really hope that you can stick around for the upcoming series that we have. Obviously, we're doing a Manchester United career mode up next. I know United aren't exactly the most unique team to do in career mode. They obviously are the team I support in real life. But I have a few ideas that will make my career mode different from any other YouTuber who's done a United career mode. And that's no disrespect to them, but let's just say I have a few ideas that will make mine more unique to what some of the other ones were. Obviously, after United, we've got the Montreal career mode, which we'll be doing in the French League. I'm very excited for those series, lads. And I know a lot of you started watching this channel specifically for this series because it was Celtic, but I really hope you can join me in the future series because there's so many exciting plans coming up and I would love to be able to share it all with you. But in terms of the Celtic career mode, this is goodbye. This is the end. But what a journey it's been. If you did enjoy this video, lads, and if you enjoyed the series, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you all so much again, and I will talk to you all later on. Take care.